My name is Omar, we're here at Functional Core Fitness, and today we are going to talk about the single-leg Romanian deadlift. So before we talk about this exercise, if you cannot hip hinge correctly, then we cannot move forward. But go back, reference back to the hip hinge video, master that with 2 feet, and then we can move on to this exercise. All right, single leg Romanian deadlift. We are basically hip hinging on one leg. That's all it is. We're just taking away one base of support and now only supporting ourselves with one leg. But before we talk about all that, we first have to make sure that the joints are all properly aligned and all functioning correctly. Now, our feet, we want to make sure that the 3 points of contact are on the floor. Under the big toe, under the pinky toe, and the heel. 3 points of connection. The knee, we want to make sure that it's slightly bent. We never want to lock our knees in any of our movements. Our hips, we have to make sure that we are first starting off in a neutral alignment and then hip hinging correctly. All that with one leg. Now, if we cannot do it with one leg, we can always support ourselves with the opposite leg, okay? We're hip hinging, so which means that the support leg has to be close to the center. It can't be reached too far back, but I guess it can. You know what, I'll take it back. It can be. The further that your base of support, the easier the movement's going to be. As we progress by closing the space and then eventually balancing on one leg. So, here we go. Single leg Romanian deadlift. 3 points of connection on the floor, check. Knee slightly bent, check. Hip, neutral alignment, check. Shoulders above the hips, check. Core activated, check. Head looking forward, just a little tip. Wherever your chest is looking at, your eyes should be looking at the same thing. So when I hip hinge and I hinge over, when my chest is looking downward, my eyes are looking at downward as well. So now that I've completed my checklist, I'm going to balance on one leg, and then I'm going to hip hinge. As I hip hinge, I'm driving the hips backwards. And then I want to drive the hips forward. So when I hip hinge, I'm not bending the knee because then I'm level changing. I don't want to level change, I just want to hinge at my hips. So again, I'm hip hinging. Now, with the non-balancing leg, I'm making sure that my leg is straight in alignment with the rest of my body. It's a little bit more advanced balance, but this is what we want to shoot for. And then when I come up, I'm driving my hips forward at the same time, squeezing my glute to finish the movement. Now breathing, I want to make sure that when I hip hinge, I inhale. Okay, and then once I'm here, then I'm going to exhale as I hinge up. Inhale, making sure that my back is straight, my knee is slightly bent, hinging my hip correctly, driving my hip to finish the movement. Now, this movement mimics day-to-day activity. We're always in an asymmetrical position. When we pick something up from say from the couch or something, most likely we're gonna pick something up with one leg in front, other leg back. Very uncommon to do with 2 feet. I mean, we do it, but it's easier if we reach. But that's where we get injured if we incorrectly reach forward without moving our hips. Or if we lock our knee and then at the same time not move our hips. So we have to get into the we have to really start getting to the habit of driving our hips forward and backwards to protect our back. And that's why the single leg or just the Romanian deadlift is important, because it promotes hip hinging if done correctly. So again, single leg Romanian deadlift. My 3 points of connection, knees slightly bent, hips in the right position, shoulders above my hips. I hip hinge where my hips go back. I'm bringing my leg back, and then as I come up, I squeeze my hips finished. Inhale on the way down, exhale as I come up, and squeeze my glutes. All right, very difficult exercise. Good luck, and we will see you in next week's video.